Greater than self-esteem people are going to believe that their inherent worth is greater than other people's inherent worth. So they are much more polished and much more skilled at presenting to the world that they have it figured out. So there's almost a sense of we don't just have it figured out, but we are ahead of the game, that there's nothing wrong with us. And not only is there's nothing wrong with us, there's actually something wrong with you. So when you are around someone with a greater than self-esteem, a lot of the times if you are present and or sensitive, you're going to walk away almost feeling like maybe a little badly about yourself or somehow devalued. Some people with greater than self-esteem are really, like I said, they're really polished at this. They're really skilled. So it's nothing that they necessarily say or do. It's an air about them. And when I say an air, I mean their energy feels big. It feels, it can feel somewhat aggressive sometimes. It can feel perhaps arrogant or entitled at certain points. So what's so interesting about the greater than self-esteem people is that we believe that we are greater than others unless we mess up. So that is a key to understanding if you come from a greater than self-esteem place, and in order to become aware whether you do or whether you don't, is to look at how you feel when you mess up, when something happens that is your fault. So something doesn't go the way it's supposed to because of something that you did. And when that happens, we fall from grace. So we go from here all the way down to here. The other thing about a greater than self-esteemed person is that we have to devalue others in order to feel better about ourselves or to feel above other people. So just like the less than self-esteem person has to devalue others in order to feel equal to or better than somebody else, we come from a place of almost always feeling like other people's opinions matter less than ours, other people's feelings matter less than ours, and other people's behaviors matter less than ours. We have to be so vigilant about devaluing others in order to keep this place on top, because we will do anything not to fall down and not to feel less than. Because to feel less than is to feel unloved and alone. It is what we have fought our entire childhood against. We were great performers. We were great at hitting those merits that were set out for us by our caretakers in order to feel love and acceptance. So we are always clawing to feel that from other people and just from other people, from society, from our partners, from the world, and from ourselves. So just like with the less than self-esteemed people, we first want to acknowledge that we have a greater than self-esteem and what that looks like in our thoughts and in our feelings. So it might be an arrogance, it might be an entitlement around our feelings and in our thoughts as well. We might catch ourselves in thoughts of devaluing others quite a bit. So then we know that that's where we're coming from. And once we know that we're coming from that place, we are going to want to replace those better than thoughts with thoughts of equality. The way that we get to thoughts of equality is actually by working on our internal compass of esteem, right? Because we're looking for esteem to come within instead of without. So again, it's that universal truth that my value is no greater than and no less than anybody else's value. So we are going to have to work on creating that reframing of thoughts. And one of the best ways to do that is by getting quiet with our thoughts in a mindfulness practice during the day. So it is through mindfulness practices that we're able to slow our thoughts down, that we're able to see what our thoughts are, and we're also able to realize that they're just thoughts. They don't actually mean anything. And when we realize that they don't mean anything, we are able to create new ones that can mean something to us. So we become the creator of our own beliefs. Let me know if this helped and if this resonated, and I look forward to talking to you guys again.